Good morning, Altadena. I wanted to share this morning with you about heaven and the power of hope in a sure and certain future. So I'm going to read from Revelation 21, 1 through 4. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and the sea was no more. And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, Behold, the dwelling place of God is with man. He will dwell with them, and they will be his people, and God himself will be with them as their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain any more, for the former things have passed away. Revelation 21. And I wanted to use a modern hymn to go through this for us. And this is from the band U2. The song is called Where the Streets Have No Name, and I can't play it for you to be loaded up onto YouTube, but I hope you'll go listen to the song, maybe put it in the background as you review this devotional. But this song, Where the Streets Have No Name, really can serve as a hymn of lament for us. Remember, lament is giving us honesty about the brokenness, about the pain, about the sorrow that we feel, and giving us a place to put it, giving us a place to put the heaviness, because we're also taking that heaviness and trusting God with it, bringing it to God. Lament is then being honest about it, about the pain, trusting God with it, that He is at work in it and using it. So in this song, Where the Streets Have No Name, it's giving us words to help us lament and also give us this vision for our ultimate hope being in heaven, because that's what I think the song is about. It starts with 45 seconds of background organ type music. It's not really an organ, but it sounds like an organ building, slowly giving this ethereal feel of being in an otherworldly type situation. You're wondering, you're hearing what's coming next, and so there's a building slowly. Then the guitar enters in, the drums and the bass enter in, and then finally, about a minute into the song, the lyrics start with, I want to run, I want to hide. I want to be done with this. I want this to be over. Maybe some of you have been feeling like that. He goes on and says, I want to tear down the walls that hold me inside. I want to be able to get over this feeling that I have. And so I need a vision. I need a longing. I have a longing in me for hope to be restored. And that's what I think the song does a really good job of pointing to. He says, I want to feel the sunlight on my face. I want to know this experience of joy again, of restoration again. And so this longing points to this place where the streets have no name. Okay, so that makes me think about heaven, where there's just such beauty, such fulfillment, that the streets themselves don't need a name. They don't need any kind of address. They don't need a place where you categorize things, because everything is equal. Everything is completely restored, completely healed. And yet he continues to go back to the the difficulty of life. I feel like I've been trampled in the dust. I feel like we've been building up love, but then burning it down again. And so he says, I will show you a place high on a desert plain where the streets have no name. So what that does for me is give me an experience of reaching out, of this sense of longing, this sense of wanting something more. And that is placed in us. God himself has placed in us this sense of hopefulness. How can we live without hope? If we don't have something to long for, something to envision of a hopeful future, then we won't have any need to even continue living. So this hopefulness is there all throughout the Scriptures. And certainly in the end, when we see in Revelation where the new heavens and the new earth come down from heaven, they heal and restore, replace all of the brokenness that is here, and that would give us a sense of God being with us in the here and now, but also in the future, that gives us real power to be sustained, to endure, and to keep our hopes where they should be in God. He is the one who has promised these things. He is the sure one. He is the certain one. And heaven is to come soon. Come, Lord Jesus. Come quickly and sustain us while we wait. Amen.